Test, test. How we doing, everyone? Hello, chat. James, I see you. Flo, I will get to your question in a few. Just give me a second here. Hope we've all been doing well. Hope we've had a really good week. It's been a fun one myself. Well, I already see some people over in Hyjal fishing away. I see Brother G, who I believe is a Chinese player from Survivors, and I see Garo Kimi. If anyone doesn't know, we're up in Hyjal. We will be fishing. It is a high-level area. Be advised, you will need some way to get to 400 fishing, but if you have a fishing boat you can get on top of, you should have plus 50. Keep that in mind. Okay, let's switch over now. Switch over to the game. Yes. Can people still hear the game audio? The music's really quiet right now. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Waiting for acknowledgement from Murag, who's sitting next to me. Okay. Let me try turning it up a little bit more. No. When I said the game audio, I meant the game music.
Oh, glad we can hear the music.
Okay, good. I want to make sure the music was being heard. It's a very lovely soundtrack for Hyjal. Okay. Let's see here. So, I honestly, for everyone who's curious, I would be playing the radio, but they play a lot of stuff that would get copyright flagged over on in YouTube land, so I'm not gonna play the radio live, unfortunately. You're under no compunction to not listen to the radio while you're, I don't know, I guess you listen to music a little bit when you're listening to my stream, but I'll leave that up to chat if they want me to change something. But so I had Flo and now Piotr ask, two people asking, is Turtle WoW worth playing? And I replied really quickly to Flo when I was just in chat, saying that's a deeply personal question, and I still hold to it that it is, because Turtle WoW is a very different experience for many players than like a retail classic server might be, and it's different than a lot of other private servers, I would even argue. So something to keep in mind is sort of, to answer that question, like, is sort of, it's better to ask, what do you want as a player? Because Turtle WoW offers some stuff that nowhere else really does, and there's also going to be a PvP server coming out at the end of the month. So there is some thoughts about like a FOMO, if you will. So, if your goals are to have a really good community experience, I would probably say it's worth playing on Turtle WoW. If you want to do something that's outside of that, that's a lot more meta heavy, I think you can have that experience in Turtle WoW, but it might not be the optimal meta pick. And if you're really into PvP, I would probably say hold off, because there's going to be a PvP server. So I don't know if that answers your question, but Yes. Radio stations, by the way, yes. Who else? Yeah, Bobby, keep your pole in the water, of course. The new radio stations are, well, not station. I suppose there are two stations, right? There's a staticky one. That there will be some stuff happening with it. I can't tell you everything because I don't know everything, but I know there's stuff going on with it. Yesterday there was actually, I think it was a server first. There was actually like live programming, which is to say like someone did like a live radio. It wasn't like a playlist of stuff that just goes. Someone was like actually that was Dan, by the way. Dan, that's what I know him as in the Turtle Wow Radio Discord, and he's done other more official like Blizzard related WoW projects, and he's like a professional radio guy, so he knows a lot. He's been very helpful in the Turtle Wow Radio. I also had some segments play. I recorded a sort of a market watch that looked at some other stuff, and a quick community calendar because I want to make sure that any of the RP events that were happening were appropriately plugged. So that also played for a little bit. Those might already be out of rotation because I think some of them are out of date. So yeah. But right now, I think usually the radio is just playing sort of a playlist of stuff. It's like a rotation. The rotation of what's playing on radio is very, very curated and changes around a lot. So I would say give it a listen, certainly. If anyone is curious as to where it is, usually whatever sort of mini-map system you have, one of your buttons will be this Everlook Broadcasting Co. And then you just check off which one you want to do. LG87 is the staticky one. And the other one is NX78. And that one actually has programming on it. That's the radio stuff. But let's be honest, everyone. We know why we're here. If anyone's curious, we are here underneath Nordrasil, right outside of Nordranar. I don't know if we have any warlock. Well, I don't think they're fishing with us because I don't have much interaction with the Chinese community, but I'm pretty sure that's a Chinese player. So is this, and that boat disappeared. Bummer. But yep, this is where we'll be doing the fishing. I'm gonna see about getting a boat down. Some fun stuff that's going on with fishing. I'll make sure to show you when I get my first boat down. Is that there is double procs for fish here. So the frequency is a little hard to determine. Oh my goodness, no water in the boat. Let's go. Look at that. First. So something to keep in mind though, if you are fishing here, if you actually want to catch fish, you will need, hello ZI, do a little. So you will need 400 fishing to catch stuff. So I am getting, where's my fishing? Right here. Right now I'm getting 50, I believe. Yeah, I'm getting 50 from the boat. I have the new, and this, I mean, pretty much, this was like something I beelined. I wanted to get this new fishing pole. It's called the Barkskin Fisher. If we get enough people to hang out over here, we could do a little caravan and do a raid on the area where it can drop, and maybe someone can get one if the rare elite is up. But it gives a fishing pole that gives 30, which I think is the second highest. The other one's like one that's made out of the fishing derby winner parts. And I also I even enchanted my gloves with +2 fishing. That's not going to really move the needle much, but so to catch fish here reliably, you will probably need a lure. If you didn't bring any, I did buy a bunch, but there is a trade vendor up in town that can sell you the bright baubles. Yep. See, I have 22 going on right now. So you probably will need to have a lure and good fishing skill to catch stuff here. And after a couple casts, I'll show you guys what I was talking about with the double, with the procs. But yeah. Yes, Bobby, new poll. Hello, Riddle. They had your voice in the radio show yesterday. Oh wait, Riddle, I wasn't able to listen to all of it yesterday. I listened to part of it. I had a tabletop session. Did they play a segment of my program? They need to pay royalties, clearly. Other fun thing too. This water here, so far it seems acts as though it is considered ocean water. So with the ocean water, you can catch stuff at high level, stuff like dark claw lobster. The reason I bring that up, let me finish this next cast. So dark claw lobster now has a recipe. Well, it had a recipe before, I think. Maybe it didn't. But it gives 14 stamina and 14 spirit, which I think it's the highest spirit stam food. So the dark claw lobsters are useful. They're actually useful, everyone. They're not just something you give to a hunter because they want to feed their pets. We can use them. I think that was pretty nice. And it only requires refreshing spring water, which is cool. So it's actually a pretty cheap recipe to execute. You don't need to buy all the soothing spices. So Riddle says they played some of your voice. Don't really remember what it was over. I think it was to thank the staff. Oh, yeah. I'm sure they did stuff like that. Also, them thanking me is pretty rich because I've done next to nothing for the radio. I've given ideas. I've done a tiny, minuscule amount of programming. The amount of voice actors that are working to make all those skits, the people that are contributing by making musical bumpers, the people that are doing the actual programming and the playlists for the radio, they're doing all the work. When they say thanks, I think it's thanks because I made sure people knew about it. That's about all I can say. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you can see the lower right hand of my screen right here. You can see I had 2 casts and I caught 2 fish both times. And granted, it's yellowtail, but this proc, this 2 times proc, can happen on any fish you catch here. So that includes stone scale, firefin. You can catch elemental water here. I don't know if you can get multiples of the items, but I know you can get multiples of the fish. Exactly, Riddle. That's why you have to be an elite fisher to be here. It is something, I don't know if... I think it's deliberate, because for them to do this, it would actually take more work. They could have just copy-pasted it like the Azura... Ajara, excuse me, fishing loot table, but they didn't do that. That's clearly not what's going on here. So I think it's by design. Oh, what's that, Merle? You're not getting the fishing bonus?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Try jumping off and jumping on again?
That's why I grouped with you, because I thought maybe that was the issue.
Yeah, it says I have the plus phone at 50. Do you want to try putting down your own boat? I have an extra. Let's see here. Oh, of course I can't have unique. So let me... I sent some to myself. Because I'm like that. Speaking of which, I think it might be time for me to make another one. I have been pumping these out. I got 3 minutes till I can make another one.
I want to be where you're casting.
Oh yeah, I mean you can go wherever. I can just, there's plenty of water to go around here. So that's all the news with fishing. I enjoy fishing, so this is great. And yeah, Zedai, it may be a bug. I don't honestly know if the double catch is a bug. If it is, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I get it from my own boat.
Zedai, I don't know if you can hear my voice. If you don't answer in a couple seconds, I'll ask in say chat. But are you getting a plus 50 fishing bonus from this boat?
No, that's what they were saying. They don't have the fish.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I think it is personal. I want to say in the past it's been based on the boat itself, so they may have added that change. I don't know why. So fishing boats were used so seldomly beforehand. If you have the ability to make ones that I do have some additional supplies. I have some of the fish oil and I have some screws. They're not incredibly expensive to make either. You can fish here without a boat to get fish. You would need a good rod and aqua dynamic fish attractors, I think. Which I think I can also make as an engineer. So if there's any of the people on the server that maybe have lower level characters that aren't here today, I apologize. I really wanted to do fishing in Hyjal. It's pretty here. It's a unique fishing spot, you know. Maybe next fishing chat too, I might go to Gilneas. I haven't checked out their fishing tables. If I do see a warlock who is associated with me, I could see about getting someone ooh, 2 Rumsey Rum Black Label. Interesting. You could maybe make some gold here. I did have someone in, I think, the Blackwing Guard Discord. I think it was Balake, actually, was asking me, of all people, because Balake's pretty knowledgeable about the game and the client, was asking me if Rumsey Rum stopped coming from fishing pools. I haven't been checking fishing pools, because I've been, mostly when I'm on Vrogag, I've pretty much just been fishing in Hyjal. It's been so fun. But I guess there's a chance that they aren't dropping from pools or something's messed up with that. But at least now I have confirmation you can catch them in Hyjal, and sometimes you catch more than one. Another reason that this was a bit of a thing was because, as you probably know, one of the first things I tried doing in Hyjal with Vrograg was I got here, I immediately started casting into the water, and no fish were coming up at all, like 0. I was so sad. It was in the changelog. That did make the news as well. I'm sure if anyone watched the latest news. Thank you, Synaptic, for confirming that. I'm not sure what was going on. I think some of the pools were having issues. All I know is that Balake had asked me personally about the Rumsey Rum drop rate, if there were any issues with it. So I can't tell you much more than that, because I haven't been looking into that specific thing. But there's been plenty going on around the server. You know, Emerald Sanctum's been out for a minute now. Karazhan's been out. We have someone on the server running around with a legendary, or the quest for a legendary. We have people doing Gilneas, exploring that. I haven't been hearing much from how gnomes are feeling about their new city. That's partially because I don't There's not many gnomes, and the gnomes I do see, I usually just see in raid. If there's any gnomes who want to tell me about what they think about their new city, I'd love to hear. I did explore it on the PTR, but I understand the experience is probably a lot different when you like gnomes, and I mean, your faction leader's there, so. Saw there was some drama with the raid scaling. Yeah, you know what? That was the best story to dodge. And let me tell you why, because nothing really came of it. Some people in the Turtle WoW News Discord, which is a place where I have some people that have been very supportive of the show or themselves are involved in what I'll call light RP news media, which is like me and the people that make the RP newsletter. But it's mostly just people that like I've played with for a long time that are supportive. They kind of give me tips about news items that are coming up that might be worth reporting on. One of the tips I got was the big debacle about raid scaling. I have not read all the literature, and if I'm going to be honest at this point, I don't think there's much of a point. But the crib notes is that the Turtle WoW team said we're going to remove scaling from raids. The reason there was scaling in raids initially was because for 2+ years, this was like a sub 1,000 population server. The scaling was in the game as a way to help accessibility to people that wanted to do raids. Because if you couldn't get a full 40, it might be tough to kill something that requires 40 players. The scaling issue, however, it seemed like many players, for a variety of reasons, did not like the fact that they were not able to have the advantage of scaling. I could say from an outsider perspective, I'm sure there's both bad actor and good actor reasons for that. The Turtle WoW community has a lot of pocket communities. It's an international server, so there are people that are here because they are because they have like a small like for instance, there are smaller guilds, and some of those guilds are in different like countries, have different cultures. So it's still an adaptive thing for those raid groups to take advantage of, so that they can still see content. There was a big forum debate, which, I'm kind of rolling my eyes about it, because I'm sure everybody in that discussion was well balanced and well thought out with everything they said. My understanding from the team, because I would hear them reference the dumpster fire that was the forum post, was that people were really doing a lot of mean-spirited things towards the Turtle team after the announcement. As I understand it, though, the final result was that they will have scaling, but it will only go down to 30 for the raids where it matters, which I think is only MC, right?
So
I thought they were going to keep scaling at 30.
Going to take scaling from 20 to 30 for Molten Core, BWL, AQ40.
Yeah.
People made a stink, and so they're not changing it. It's going to stay at 20
Oh,
for those.
I see. So they are keeping the 20 scaling. I didn't think there was 20 scaling in AQ40. Anyway, if anyone has no context on what I'm talking about, because you just normally have a large raid group, if you have less than 40 in a raid, a 40-man raid, the health and damage of everything in that raid will be scaled down proportional to the difference between 40 and whatever number you have. That is something that they currently have in the system. Anyway, thank you for that was a good topic. The reason I'm glad I didn't cover it is because nothing really changed. There wasn't actually any news. The funny story behind it was that right around the time I was pushing out the news, I was panicking because I'm like, oh no, I forgot to report on that story. And then right around that time, I saw a post that said, oh wait, they're not going to do anything. So it essentially became a non-story. Are you looking for the trade vendor?
Yeah.
If you're looking for the trade vendor, you want to go into the building that has... It's in one of the buildings, and the trade vendor is... You have to go up a spiral staircase, and they're on the second tier. If anyone's looking for it. Murag was looking for it too, so...
There's only one building with such a stair.
Yep, yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get back to chat. What is chat saying? Oh, was that me? That was me. Riddle Light, it's all good living up my shaman tank. Yeah, shaman tank. Yeah, you'll love to see it. Bobby Harling says, yeah, I took a peek at the waters. Didn't you see any fish schools in Gilneas? Might have just been the area. Yeah, I think the school thing... If anyone remembers, when they first dropped Telebim, that it didn't have fishing initially, and then after they added fishing, and then they added fishing pools. So I think it's something that like they layer on after. I don't know if that's deliberate or if that's just sort of their MO. Something to keep in mind. Ham Chef, hope some of you are able to catch the solar eclipse today. Yes, I've heard about that in one of the Discords. People were posting about it. I'm not sure where it's happening. This is an international community, so I'm sure someone's gonna miss it, but if you can see it, that's pretty cool. I myself, as a dedicated WoW player, never leave the house, so I'll probably say, oh, is that a cloud? And then 10 minutes later, won't think about it again. Okay. James was commenting on the new Nomer city. Okay. Checked it out. Pretty cool. More Nomer quests and a leading quest to Gilneas. Ah, yes. That I think that's much. My opinion about it hasn't changed. Although I do want to ask one question, if anyone knows, because as you understand, I exclusively play at a high level Horde characters. If anyone knows if there is an innkeeper in Nomer Reclamation's facility. Because when I was on the PTR, it was something that I pointed out to them, that I'm like, hey, cool city. Why is there no innkeeper? Kind of feels like an oversight to not have an innkeeper in a city. But no rested XP? Yeah, that stinks, James. It's true. However, the accessibility of rested XP isn't as big of an issue with tents, and secondly, more of my concern was making it accessible for people that like the role-playing concept of having an RP city, because hearths matter a lot for RP characters, where your home is, you know. Rograg, why aren't you fish at a spot where we can hang? Yeah, I did apologize for this before. If anyone saw the actual stream name, I did say it was High Adventure Fishing. I really wanted to fish in Hyjal. So I apologize if you can't physically be here in game. I don't think there's any warlocks around to summon you, sadly. If you can get summoned here, however, there are no aggressive mobs directly around the... If you walk right from Nordranar to the fishing dock, there's no aggressive mobs, so you could walk here safely. However, it is water that requires you to have very high level fishing, so you might just be hanging out. So I'm sorry to those people. I normally go to South Fury Fish Trading Co. That's where I like normally having streams. But I so badly wanted to fish here and show it off. Unfortunately, it's been rather cloudy. If there's a GM listening, period set weather 0, maybe. Imagine. I think that's the command. I had to mess with weather when I was on the PTR, so it was really fun too, because I could also change the time, so I could get like really good like shots for whatever I needed. I'm not like a photographer or like a real artist, but I kind of know what I like looking at, so I would be like, oh, I'm going to do this segment here. And then I remember I would always have this thing, I'm like, oh, it's nighttime. I'm like, oh, wait, I can just make it not nighttime. I don't know if anyone who went on the PTR later would be like, why is everything sunset around the world? But that was a thing I did. I'm sure a GM could change a time zone, could change the time, but I don't think they should, because that would be very upsetting. Yeah, that is true. Murag did point out custom inns don't generally give rested XP. That has been my experience. I don't know why they don't, if it's a limitation of the client, but that is something that I've noticed. Bobby says that this is volcanic ash, which is interesting because I suppose if we're at the lake at the top, we are essentially in the caldera, I think would be the word for it. Oh, do you guys see that? Do you guys see that one mithril trunk? We got a green, 2 bolts of rune cloth, 3 bolts of mage weave, superior healing potion. Also, I know there's like 1 of 10 people on the server that's excited, but Winter Squid's back, everyone. If you don't know, Winter Squid's back on the menu, boys. Look at this. Which, if you are unfamiliar, Winter Squid, right here. This is one of 2 items that gives 10 agility as a food. The other one is a sweet mountain berry that they added as part of gardening, which is nice because when Winter Squid isn't in season, you have no agility food. If you're a class like a hunter or a rogue or a feral druid DPS that really wants agility, it's just nice. It just makes the squid more accessible, or agility food. Let's see. It's okay, Lax. It's okay. I understand many people that watch my streams have English as a second language. I will never make fun of you for that. Don't worry about it. Although I will say sometimes if the sentence in question is wild, I might giggle, as I'm sure you would if I gave a poor attempt in your native language. But Turtle WoW is an international community. I've received a lot of love from that community, so I will always return it. You can also, sorry, I see someone said, Mad Bull 876, hello. Says, you can also fish for deviate fish with the savory deviate cooking recipe. You can turn into a ninja or a pirate. Of course.
Somebody asked why bother fishing?
Why bother fishing? So, strap in, because we're about to go on a long diatribe. Who asked that? Who asked that? What can you get from fishing? All right, Dragoncraft, you say you're new, so I'll go easy on you. That's a good question. So there's a lot of layers to the answer. For me personally, I am a pretty much bissed out tier 3 rogue. There's nothing here for me. there's really not a lot I have left to get in the game as far as my personal goals. You can get some gold, of course, just as sort of a more general kind of survey of fishing. There are some fish that are valuable. Stone scale eel right here makes stone scale oil, which is valuable for people that need armor potions and Flask of the Titans. I think there's some other recipes. We just touched on winter squid. That makes an agility food, which is valuable. There's some new things that are in the game as well. I think I showed this off previously, but lobster stew now has a recipe that gives 14 stam and spirit, which I believe is the highest stam spirit food you can get. So, from a completely PvE or PvP standpoint, there are valuable reasons to fish for consumables and food. If you are hardcore, or if you are someone who's playing with certain self-imposed challenges, fishing can be a very good way to get some really basic gear. At lower levels, there are rings, and I mean, you can see I got a dagger from a lockbox that came out of the water. So you can get some gear. Is it the most money? Is it the highest gold per minute? No. So pulling out a little bit, why fish? That's part of my RP. Like, I mean, I told you I was like a tier 3 rogue, right? This isn't transmog. This is actually a cross-stitched vest, a wanderer's hat of the eagle, inscribed leather pants, whisperwalk boots, which this is from a rogue class quest, which is kind of fun. And the quick draw gloves, which now have +2 fishing on it. Yeah, this isn't like a... This is my fishing look. This is what I do. I like going fishing and hanging out with people in game. So I do fishing because I enjoy it and because it's part of Vrograg's roleplay. He's a fisher. He's a fisher orc when he's not busy doing the news. This is how he unwinds from his busy news week where he has to dress up in the tux and read the news. It's also laid back, you know. I'm sure I could, we've done some, like, PvE content in these streams where I'll wander around with the group and we'll check stuff out. Usually when I do that, I'll change into PvE gear, mind you, but yeah. And don't worry, Dragon, that's a good question to ask. Yes, the agility mage. As I understand, in previous private servers, the coding for how wands work was like, it did have something to do with agility. So mages or priests, who are the two classes that have wand specialization, would actually try doing damage just with wands. Which I think it's fun. It's kind of derpy, but, you know. I like derpy fun things. For anyone who's perhaps newer to the Vrograg extended universe, you could say, I have done rogue tanking when it was still available to us. I tanked things from ZG all the way up to Nax, and in different ways. Before they changed the Flourish, by the way, is a new ability. I can mouse over it here. Flourish is a finisher that gives you 20 parry. If you stack enough agility and stuff, you can get really high avoidance, which is really great. If you go even further, you can actually become unhittable to physical attacks. There are some fights in the game where that can essentially be a huge boon to a raid group. While Flourish was still functioning the way it used to, you could be a Hateful Strike soaker for Patchwork. You could be the tank for Vesuvius. I think there was also some people that did Lotheb and Makesna. I was less interested in the, I guess what you'd call the more cheesy application where you become impossible to hit. I actually like tanking, where I get threat and every now and then, because still the concept of not getting hit is good, but I think the idea of never being hit is sort of weird. It's not really how I think the game design was intended. That being said, rogues have always had evasion, which if you see that, it gives you a dodge chance of 50%. Even if you're like geared like pre-raid bis or just like tier 1, you could become unhittable just with evasion, which I think is the design behind it. But evasion only lasts for so long, right? 15 seconds. So it is part of the game design, but I don't think it was ever meant to be like, oh, we want rogues to be tanking stuff. One other quick thing I'll mention about that, they do have right here agitating poison, which is a poison that specifically gives the rogue more threat, which is pretty cool. Is it enough threat? No. That also has more to do with the fact that every class sort of has a threat modifier to everything they do. Rogues have essentially an 80% modifier. So if you do 10 units of threat, you actually only get 8 units. So getting high threat would actually be very difficult. So threat poison was there to help shore up that. In most of the way raids rolled out, you would still be low on threat, and you'd have to do a lot to stay ahead of the warriors, the shamans, the warlocks who would get big threat spikes. However, because there's cross-faction raiding, just by not having salvation while the rest of the raid did would help a bunch. The agitating poison would help a bunch. And getting things like an enhancement shaman giving you bloodlust would be great to help you build threat. So I enjoyed doing it. When I say they nerfed Flourish, I don't know if you can see this. Underneath where it says rank 1, you'll see a 6.67 minute cooldown. That wasn't the way it was before the patch. It didn't have a cooldown before. So evasion has less of a cooldown. When they first rolled out the patch, they didn't put the cooldown on. So their quick fix was to, I think the design, what they wanted, I believe, according to the pre-release patch notes, was they wanted to make Flourish a 40-second cooldown. So it could still be part of your arsenal, whether you're leveling up, but it's more of a cooldown-based ability rather than something you could rely on to do tanking. So, anyway, I don't know how I got in rogue tanking. Oh, I was talking about derpy specs. It would be no surprise to anyone that the character I'm raiding on primarily right now is an elemental shaman, who you might have caught if you watched the Emerald Sanctum Attunement stream I had last week. That was my raiding main right now. It's not that I don't like raiding either with Frograg. Some of the fun, of course, is getting more gear. There's not a lot of gear for him to get, but I also played him for about a year and a half, and I really got into rogue tanking. And when they announced they were taking it away, I decided I should take a little break from Frograg, and maybe I'll come back and do raids with him. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, rogues don't have a lot of utility outside of a couple really niche cases. So it's not like the raid forums and they're like, oh man, we need more rogues. Unless you're doing BWL, you're probably not going to hear that a lot. So, however, on my elemental shaman, you'll definitely hear, oh man, we need more shamans. That happens quite a bit because melee likes Wind Fury. Now, that's a whole nother ball of wax, though. Riddle of Lightning, but what fish? Oh, I can show you what I've been catching because I got rid of most of them. I have caught some firefin, which is down here. Let me see if I can. Since I started fishing, oh wow, I caught an essence of water. That's actually really valuable. Looks like I've caught a lot of mithril heads, some winter squid, stone scale, firefins, red gills, zesty clams. What else we got here? And dark claw lobsters is what I'm catching here. Anything else I missed? No? Nope, that's about it. I have also caught some Rumsey rum. The BWL trap will be back in a future raid. It has to be. Wait a minute. Is that Sorg? Is that Sorgus?
What?
Sorgus, hello. Sorry, if it's not you, Sorgus, I'm sorry. But if it is you, hello. Sorgus is a...
Or it's bacon.
It could be bacon. That's true. Either way, if it's Sorgus or bacon, I've raided with them for a long time. If it's neither of you, then hello all the same. Okay, so all right. If you're Baconator, hello. Both those people, Sorgus was like my guild's.
Hey, hi bacon.
Oh, it is bacon. Yes. Sorgus was my guild's main tank for progression from Molten Core through Nax. Sorgus, I think, took a little break. Baconator was honestly a healing savant of shaman. Taught me everything I know about shaman healing because I started with my shaman as a healer, as most shamans do, to try to get their foot in the door. But Sorgus is great. Baconator is great. Excuse me. And Baconator has recently become more active with the release of new content, but is always active in the Blackwing Guard Discord. Always willing to help out, always willing to give advice. Appreciate you, Baconator. Yes, that is a funny story, Bacon. That's right. Sorgus, I can't remember what boss it was on, but Sorgus continued main tanking something, had such a big threat lead, and it must have been on a progression raid, but was continuing to maintain threat while getting a DC. Like, actually disconnected. If you like Alt F4 right now, don't do that, by the way, it'll just close your client. But if you do, your character will still be in game for a little bit, and it will still do whatever it was doing. That essentially happened to Sorgus, who continued to main tank something. And when Sorgus got back online, Sorgus is like, so what happened? And we're like, huh? And Sorgus is just like, oh yeah, no, I got a DC at the end there. And we're like, whoa, what? Oh, okay, so it was on Mix now, okay. Spider boss in Nax progression? Yeah. Yeah, Mixna. It's also a weird name. It's a weird name to pronounce in English, so I can only imagine if English wasn't your first language. You probably look at that word and go like, oh man, how are the Americans going to say that one? Here's the secret, we don't know either. It's the spider boss. That's all you gotta know. Yes, Murag. Murag is also a big healing savant. You know, there are people that care about healing meters, and then there are people that care about actually healing. And those people are people like Baconator and Murag. Obviously, I'm partial to Murag because, she lives in my house, but she has made me drink the Kool-Aid. I also believe that effective heals and efficient healing is actually more valuable than a bigger number on a parse. Because healing parses is just kind of a weird concept when you think about it. Because if you really want to, like, parse heals, you actually want the tank to take more damage. You want the raid to take more damage. So, I feel like if you're a team player, you actually don't want that. If your raid's going well, the healers should have little to do. And while some healers might rage against that notion, it is ultimately the truth of the situation. Yes, listen, Riddle, I understand big numbers. I've actually watched Murog before, from her, you know how, like, priests can change? They can become, like, normal like this, or they become all shadowy? Much like that much like that transformation, I have actually seen Murog go from, like, a thoughtful, considerate healer to then going to do DPS, and then I would watch her brain literally smooth out, and then just, like, forget raid mechanics because she was DPSing. Because the allure of big numbers is real. It is something. Never saw a normal priest before. I don't know what a normal priest is. They have some of the most interesting lore, I would say, out of all the classes in the game. Let's see how many. So I guess we only have 3 level 60s who are actually. Oh no, we have a couple over there. Nope, those are the Chinese. I wonder if they'd be interested in. I can't really converse with them. This is the problem, by the way. I don't have anything out of pocket or racist to say about Chinese players. My only regret is that I can't really talk to them. That's what I don't like about Chinese players. I wish I could be like, you guys want to go do something? I've tried it before. It doesn't always work. Sometimes it does work. I will say that. Sometimes it does work. But it's very limited. But if anyone is interested, maybe later we can go on a little trek to go check out, to get a fishing pole, which is down here. You have to go in the cave here to get this bad boy, the Barkskin Fisher. 30 fishings, you know, that's legit. Alright, so I think I'm all caught up on chat. Did anyone have any questions for the news orc? Anything you want me to go on a long diatribe about? Sorry if there's anyone I missed too. I think before oh, maybe my chat died. Yeah, sometimes it does that. Are you going to play? Oh, you know what? I'm glad you said the word fresh. Because I got a story for you about fresh. Probably not. Let me show you guys something. Let me just try to demonstrate for you with visuals. What is it? It's honor, right? I have 285 honorable kills. I have been playing on Vrograg for... I'm probably closer to 2 years than I am to a year and a half. I generally don't really enjoy or participate in PvP. So the new server is going to be a PvP server. It's not really my scene. However, the word fresh, and Maxim, I do see your question. I'll get to that. So the word fresh. Let me actually, you know what? Before I poison the well, I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll. If I remember how to do polls. Here's a poll. Start a poll. The question will be, what does fresh mean? Okay, and don't answer in chat yet. There will be a poll. All level ones. What does it mean? Server not progressed. And then third option, both. Okay. We're going to start a poll. Okay. I want to see how people answer this. What does fresh mean when someone tells you there is a fresh server? Does it mean everyone starts at level 1? Does it mean that the server is not progressed? Or does it mean both? The reason I'm doing this poll is because in my discussions and research, I have found a plurality of different opinions on this particular word. Bobby wants fresh lettuce. Well, I don't think I don't think there is lettuce in the game. It's not like I can use the database to check. I wish there was. All right, I gave it a couple seconds. So I just want to see for my curiosity. All right, so I see 23% said all level 1s, 15% said servers not progressed, and then 61 said both. Now, when I made that the last news broadcast, of course, probably the biggest news item was that there was going to be a new server. If anyone has spent any amount of time in the Turtle WoW, the various channels of the Turtle WoW Discord, you'll see lots of people essentially memeing about wanting fresh. So when I heard there was going to be a new server, I, obviously, being a content creator, I suppose you could say, wanted to lean in to any funny jokes that could be made about it, to make it more clickbaity. Of course, you know, it's part of what you do. It's, one of your jobs is advertisement. You want to get people interested in your material. So I put some meme stuff in there about fresh. One was on the thumbnail. I had a big fresh letter coming in over the horizon, and I think a couple spots in the actual video, I like overdubbed and reverbed my voice and said like fresh a couple times. So I was just gonna leave it at that. Later in the week, I am in a channel working on radio stuff. Just discussing, not really. As I've said before, I haven't done a lot of work for the radio, but I was still adding to the conversation. Torta came out, was joining the discussion, and then tagged me, and then just said, in the future, can you just avoid saying the word fresh? And of course, I did what I always do when I feel like I'm getting suppressed. I immediately overreacted. I'm like, I'm an independent journalist. Like, I could say what I want. Like, fresh is technically true because everyone will start as fresh level 1s. But by looking at this poll, I think I would have to even perhaps agree with the assessment by members of the Turtle team that, it could be misleading that if I say or promote fresh, which, by the way, in the actual news show, I did clarify exactly what I meant by fresh. However, that does not stop people from hearing what they want to hear. So, if you were someone who wasn't familiar with a lot of my content, you just saw Turtle WoW Fresh as like a thumbnail, watched it vaguely, not really paying attention, and then clicked off. Now you have it in your head, perhaps 61% of them have it in their head that it's going to be all level 1s and it's going to be a not progressed server, even though I didn't actually say that. So I can completely understand members of the team being like, hey, could you not give us a headache with that? So I understand that part of it. That was that was something that happened. So if the next time I mention the new server, I will do everything in my editing power to make it abundantly clear that we have not had confirmation about the level of progression of the new server. But that's sorry. I don't remember who said it. Yeah, Riddle asked, "Are you going to play on Fresh?" And evidently, I'm not going to be playing on real Fresh. I'm only going to be playing. If I was to play, I would only be playing on level 1 Fresh, because I don't think they're going to. This is not confirmed. This is just my opinion. I don't believe they're going to do an unprogressed server. They may be able to do some amount of like progression rollback, but I don't think they're going to be able to do a bunch. Like, it's not going to be a fresh server. AQ gates will be open, probably, is my guess. But I don't think they know exactly where they want to be on that one either. So, anyway. Maxim did ask a little bit after that, have you seen any high-level troll warlocks? No, I have not seen any. To be perfectly honest, I haven't been looking. I suppose I could do a who. I think there's, I'm not really savvy enough with the who commands. Like if I do who warlock, I don't think that really does much for me. That tells me people that have the name warlock. If someone does know a good syntax to use for a who to see who is what's the highest level troll warlock, I'd be interested, because actually that'd be good for the news even, Maxim. So that's actually a good question. I'm sure someone is out there power leveling a troll warlock, though. I'm sure it exists. Yeah. Let's see. Riddle Lightning says, Fresh is already dead before release. It's a common meme. Yes. That's why I leaned into the meme. Maxim says, honestly, I feel like at most people just want a server with the experience reset. I'm sure there's people who want super fresh, but the server not progressed. I think most will be happy with the one. And yeah, I agree. That is where I'm at on it. Akalix, I'm happy to see you coming in here, agreeing that there was no confirmation. Also say hi to Akalix, everyone. Our beloved community manager. Actually, a little bit of a misnomer. There are other community managers other than Akalix. I know there's at least Salas, who I think is the Russian community manager. And I think there's another one that I'm not remembering. But Akalix is the one that I work with the most. And I don't know if there's like ranking or seniority, but Akalix gets to make the big announcement. So, well, like when there are announcements, it's usually Akalix, not Salas or one of the other community managers. Oh, really? I didn't know. I didn't actually know Pepe was actually a community manager. There's a lot of support for the Russian-speaking community on Turtle WoW. Part of that's because I think a lot of the team are Russian speakers. I'm pretty sure Torta is. I only say that because I've seen Torta post in RU chat. If anyone ever has any, it's like, I wonder why that rule exists. If anyone, when I first started was like when and again, generally my chats and stuff aren't very political, but when I first started, I think that's when the Ukraine conflict was breaking out, and the rule of no politics in like global chats was very necessary. So if you're ever like curious, like, I wonder why they have that rule. With an international community, it's really important. What's that, Murad?
It was a rule before that.
Yeah, I know it was a rule, but it's like one of those spots where you're like, oh, that's why they have that rule. Yeah, It's not, as the Americans will often say, it's not to suppress your free speech. It's definitely not that. Anyway. Baconator, no AQ and Nax. Yeah, I know. Those are fun events. They made overtures a while ago that they might do events like that. They might have some sort of abbreviated version of that, but I haven't heard anything about it since. So, Terrible Puddle says they should just have made an HC server, which, by the way, Puddle, I will say something about that. I don't think there's the numbers to support it. I had seen, I feel like it was a GM or someone like Acalix who posted some numbers they have, like the actual how many hardcores they have. And it was like 1/8 of the population of Turtle WoW. So it might actually be right on the cusp of maybe being too small. It is a good idea. I'm sure Acalix thinks it's a good idea, because I'm pretty sure Acalix is the one that I think personally wants it. But even though I think even by Acalix's own admission, it's not the best idea. But I won't speak for you, Acalix. That's what I'm vaguely remembering. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I know a team member did share those. Steven employed. Don't you think those discussions are part of the fun? No. And here's why. Those discussions are fine for more private chats. And I'm not, in general, most people understand I'm not the type of person to tell people how to have fun. But especially with an international community, and especially with how inviting and warm Turtle WoW wants to be, I think it's important to have there to be spaces where people don't have to feel like there's a lot of really out-of-pocket things being said. And it's important too for I can speak from experience, like my guild, Blackwing Guard, which sometimes gets the pejorative of Snowflake Guard, and you can probably see where I'm going with this. By having very monitored is a word, or moderated is another word. Having those general and open chats be a spot where people don't feel like they're either hated or not liked is actually important for making the community a stronger, more cohesive thing. So I'm not going to say that those chats aren't fun, because sure, like, they can be fun when you see a bunch of people saying insane stuff. It's funny to laugh at them. It's funny to watch people get mad, of course. But I think the harm it does is greater than the fun it creates. Is my personal opinion on that. There's definitely spaces for it, and those are usually the non-public chats, because, you know, if you are someone who doesn't like participating in that, it's pretty easy to go like, okay, I don't need to be in this chat. But if you're someone who likes, you know, maybe you're an enchanter and you just want to hawk your wares in world chat, you might be like, man, I don't want to have to read this. You know, I can understand that. That's where I'm kind of out on the whole thing. I'm about to test this fishing boat thing, by the way, Murag. So right now my fishing is at plus 157. We're going to try to get on your boat. We'll see how this goes. All right, come on. Any day now. There it is. And Acalix, I have a bug to report. Look, my fishing score didn't go up. Is this new? Oh, bummer. I'll put down another fishing boat, I guess. Do I have another one? That is the question. I think I can make another one. Yay, we can make another one. All right, where were we? Oh, I see Terrible Puddle doing a big shout out to Acalix. You love to see that. By the way, I spoke to someone who just recently activated Inferno mode. Because I'll still get like notifications when there's someone who does Inferno mode. And I'd whispered them. They were very friendly. I can't remember their name, but I was excited. Oh, I have a whole hour to wait. Dang. Huh. Do I have enough? Well, I guess we're doing more testing, everyone. So wait a minute. Now it's working? What the heck? It wasn't working a second ago. I'll have to check the VOD. I think fishing's working again on the boats. All right. But how can I, in off-topic optional chat, go out of control? Were people DDoSing or something? No, I think more of what I'm implying here, Steven, is that some of those chats can say really hurtful, harmful things. So it's not even a matter of being off-topic as much as like the things that people are saying makes the community feel like a less welcoming place. I see Acalix picking up that torch, thank you. I'm happy they fixed Thorns so you can max rank Thorns in tree form. I didn't know that was a thing. Interesting. There's a lot I don't know about druids, although I'm learning a lot more. There's that new raid buff. Hello, Designer Dave. Designer Dave, I believe also another person who is in the the Turtle Wow radio team. I don't know. Were you involved at all with the broadcast yesterday? I thought that went really well from what I could listen to. I had a Pathfinder session I had to be in, so I wasn't able to listen to all of it. Yeah, I think someone earlier in chat, Dave, mentioned that that something with my voice was used, and I'm like, that's totally possible. There's enough of my voice floating around. Okay. Yeah. But that was Dan, I believe, who did the broadcast. Why does the Discord need phone number identification since a few weeks? I don't know about that, Shadow. I would ask someone who knows more about Discord. I actually don't know the answer to that. Yeah, exactly. That might be. I certainly know there's been a number of people who will get kicked and then from Discord for doing stuff from as not following rules to like giving people really dangerous links. And those people need to get off Discord, right? And then if they can just sign up again with another account, well, now it's just like gold sellers in a different form. So, whereas the game client, you don't need a phone number to register. Discord, you can have that functionality, I believe. And given how open the Turtle Wow Discord is, it might actually be a prudent move. But I don't know if they've actually done that. If that is true, I'll... Okay. Okay, thank you. Look at that. See, guys, you just watched how news happens. I hear something from someone, and then I ask Acalix about it. Then Acalix confirms it. The two-factor requirement is on Discord's highest. So yeah, I think someone was just asking about the phone number requirement. But I thought you needed a phone number to just make a Discord account, not even be in Turtle Wow. So I could be wrong about that. I think I use that just so it's, when I'm going between computers, it's more, you can use the QR code thing to log onto your account quickly. Discord may not know if they use a VPN. Exactly. But if you have to register with a phone number, well, then doesn't matter how many VPNs you're behind. So you don't need one for the regular Discord. Okay. Thank you for that clarification. I don't even know if that story is necessarily even newsworthy. Because, I mean, what was that? Who gets served by that news story? People that are contributing members of the community probably don't really care about that. People that are...
Do you have mats I can make a boat?
I have another boat. I doubt your cooldown's probably not up, though.
I don't know, because I don't have another boat.
Hey Zadai, if you're hearing me, do you have a cooldown to put down another boat? Is anyone else here? This is what I get for going to a level 60 area. Everyone's too scared to go all the way to Hyjal. Unfortunately, that detection is okay. I see. Ackless giving their real opinion about dealing with toxic spammers. You don't have survival, Zadai. That's a shame. Zadai, have you gotten the new fishing rod? Murag, have you gotten the new fishing rod? Okay. Zadai, have you gotten the new fishing rod? The Barkskin Fisher? Really? Murag, do you want to put on your PvE gear? Zadai, we're gonna go on an adventure, and it's gonna be to help you. I'll put on my PvE gear. Who's ready for an adventure? Listen, if you want your chance at...
I don't have fishing.
You don't have fishing? Zadai. I can't help you get a fishing rod if you don't have fishing. I thought I saw Zadai fishing before. Either way, Murag, we should go there just to show people where to get the fishing rod. People need to know. Sorry if I just blinded people. Thank you, Murag. Sorry if I just blinded people with my bank.
Do you want me to... You probably want me to heal?
Yeah, I mean, I'll do... yeah, I'll go normal DPS. Not even gonna try tanking, otherwise the devs will just nerf me halfway through. So yeah, this will be our little adventure. Zadai, you're more than welcome to come. If you're the only person here who doesn't have the fishing rod, then you can roll greed on it with everyone else. But if someone here has fishing, if someone joins us by the time we get to the Barkskin, we're going to be going to the Barkskin village. By the time we get there, if someone has found their way to our group, and you have fishing, you can maybe get the rod. Also, Akalix, if you're hearing this, I remember right now that I don't think I messaged you. Maybe remind me later, but I'm pretty sure Guru won the drawing we had for turtle coins, and I didn't I didn't tell you, but it was Guru who won. I don't even remember how much it was, but if there is an amount for a drawing that we probably talked about like a month ago, that they won. Okay, so yeah, let's, I should probably mount up with a more colorful mount than, Murag, do you want us to show off our nice mounts? Yeah, we'll go for that.
Yeah, where's your reindeer?
I really haven't done a lot of mount collecting, to be perfectly honest. I don't have a reindeer. All right, Zadai, we were. Oh, Iron Branch is on their way. Oh, Bowfine is here. Hello. See, the second we say we're gonna go do an adventure, everyone starts showing up. We'll get a... Did you get Iron Branch? Wait, get them in. Let's see where they're at. Iron Branch. They're in Hyjal? No, Iron Branch is... Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, we can meet Iron Branch on the road. They're coming up, I think. Or are they flying? Oh. Okay, all right. Okay, everyone. We ride. We ride. Okay, good idea. We're going to see about getting a Barkskin Fisher. Maybe the rare elite's up. If it's not, at least I can show people where it is. Equip a new big turtle wow bear. I don't even know what that is. I can give you... I'll have to message Guru Blade to see what account he wants it on. I know he has a couple alts, but I don't know which accounts. And do we have someone with Bowfine? Are you have epic writing? Or I think you have epic writing. Do you? No, yep, okay, you do. Don't fall off the cliff here. We're gonna go get a Barkskin fishing pole. Because the fishing public needs to know. Also, if anyone didn't know, you'll see I have the power of the Guardian. Murag got her 80-ish. Big rats to her. A momentous occasion. We'll when we get closer to die, we'll wait up for you. Actually, I'll hang back too, because you might pull a pretty nasty guy here and die. I would love to know what Big Turtle Wow Bear is. Oh, you're talking about the... not this one. It's... There's a mount, right? The bear? I never got any of the bears. Dark Moon Dancing Bear. Armored Purple Bear. The team has tried to give me coins before, but I refuse. I try to avoid... seeing like I'm on the dole, as they would say in, I don't know, 1930s noir film. He's on the dole. I am surprised by the small amount of turtle mounts they have, given the name. Yeah. Bribe Vrograg with mana potions so he does more damage. I mean, so when I was raiding with Vrograg back in last patch, I could solo all the content I needed to for my own consumes. I could still do that more or less with my my shaman. The problem is that there's like a rule in Blackwing Guard that you can play whatever spec you want to, like generally. I mean, if you want to do tanking and there's too many tank slots, then, you know, do DPS. But if you're in what's considered a more memey DPS role, there is an expectation that you will fully consume to make up for the shortcomings of your memey DPS spec. Of course, as a rogue, you know, there's like, you do good damage, you never have to worry about that. So I could do stuff like Blackwing Lair, and I wouldn't have to like use a Flask of the Titans. I wouldn't have to use all the Jujus, all the Mongoose, you know. I wouldn't have to go hard for BWL because my DPS was commensurate. But when I do like even lower level raids with Blackwing Guard, there's an expectation that like on a bomb swim I need to Flask. I need to have like all my consumables going, which there are new consumables now too, which actually I'm very excited about. But it's definitely something like it has become a little tougher to do full consuming for my shaman, and anytime I raid with my shaman, I have to full consume. I don't I don't think someone really would hold my feet to the fire if I didn't fully consume, but out of respect, I do it, if that makes any sense. Get some PvP ranking done for a discount. We're talking about doing the
Somebody asked for tips for
for getting a mount, for getting speed. Yeah, that is a very handy thing you can do. If you get high enough in rank, you can get discounts. What rank do I need for a discount? I heard 3. Murag said 3, and I believe Murag. Oh, that would be cool, terrible. The Inferno mount. I thought I saw something about the Inferno mode mount. Murag, do you remember something about that? Maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering. For Inferno mode?
Nothing beyond
No.
what they originally said for it.
I mean, it is pretty cool you guys are going to get to have those really cool looking titles for when you clear certain raids. Those titles they get progressively more cool. Recolored horse became a store mount. Right. A few Warsong Gulch runs should give you rank 3 pretty easily. It's true. Oh, I'd love to know, did anyone, was anyone on during that small window of time when they did the first honor rollback after patch? It's my shaman who had like 12 honorable kills was like Stone Guard. We had some people that like only got like rank 10 or something, were rank 14. I don't know if anyone else had that. That was, the second you saw it, you're like, well, there's going to be a rollback because it's only a matter of time before the team finds out. And to hear it told to me, people that were in the cities were watching the PvP gear vendors just get swarmed. Yeah. Wait, Puddle, are you a Tauren? Obamsawin has never had a mount except for the ones she literally needs for AQ40. Never got the turtle. Just plain striding the whole way. And while leveling up, I did Ghost Wolf until I could get plain striding. It was beautiful. It does stink a little. You're slightly slower than epic riding. Like ever so slightly. But let me tell you.
You also can't do it in Battlegrounds.
Yeah. If I ever do a battleground, I'm in trouble. Obamsawin can't do battlegrounds, guys. Cause you know, she can't mount up. She got plain striding, but that doesn't work in battlegrounds. So if anyone wanted any more proof that I'm not a PvP enjoyer, I have an elemental shaman who doesn't even have a mount. Yeah. I don't know how ranking really worked, Bobby. I mean, even though I started a while ago, I'm sure ranking was different back then. Oh, jeez. Iron Branch, I don't know about all that. I think we'll let them reset. We'll work our way in from here. These guys there are elites here, so just be careful. I'm going to actually not put fishing on my main keybind. Bowfine, I know you're able to do tons of stuff because you're a druid, so do whatever you feel you're comfortable with. We got Murag holding us up, so, you know. Find your joy. Although if you did tank, I'm sure Murag would like that. Oh, look at that! We got a small dream shard. Yeah, exactly, Akalix. If I ever do a battleground on Obamsawin, as I understand it, if you are an elemental shaman, you pretty much have one role, which is just act as a laser beam and just shoot people. So, you know, I can just be like artillery. I'll just kind of be in the back and just wait for someone to get in range. I hope everyone's liking seeing my big numbers. For those big number enjoyers. As I casually DPS with Thunder Fury. Remember, this is the guy I retired. All right, we gotta push in. We gotta push into their area. Let me know too if the sound effects are too high. I've been hearing. Oh, Iron Branch, you must be a boomkin, right? I'm hearing the sound of Starfire or Moonfire. One of the two.
Yeah, I got Boomy Aura.
Okay. Boomy Aura. Look how many auras. Moonkin Aura, Power of the Guardian. Right, I'll bring them back for... I have decided the one I will kill. They might hit me. Swipe's great though, huh? I did my job and invite the priest. Yep, exactly. It's I like the what is it? That's the Dryad skin? That's cool. Yes, you always innervate the priest. What if I told you you should also innervate elemental shamans? You actually shouldn't, but I just wish I would get innervated as an elemental shaman. It's tough out there. Oh. Good news, everyone. Blade Flurry's up. Time to die. A lot of AoE going on here. I don't even have my, what's it called? I'm an engineer. I should have bombs. Just don't have any. I know. It's a shame. Easy. I don't know how the gold or reward are from these guys, but... So we're going to push forward, and then we're going to kind of... I think we're going to go up to the right, and then we're going to hang left to get to the spot we're going to, guys. Oh, any miners? I see a rich thorium. Was that the doorbell? I don't care, because no one rings our doorbell, but... Bowfine, you might not get heals for a second, but you'll probably be fine. Mark's checking the door. We'll take on the singles. Zedai, yeah, focus on stun locking. I have some combo points. There's another stun. Oh, jeez.
Nobody at their door.
Okay. Oh, I'm glad at least Thunder Fury's helping here. It's making them all have their attack speed reduced. Alright, there's Blade Flurry. Let's get to it. Okay, I'm glad other people heard it. For a second, I thought, I'm like, what add-on makes that noise? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's the doorbell. That's how often our doorbell gets rung. I have no idea who rang it. Neither does Murag. Yeah, we're gonna go straight down this way. You'll see where I ping. So everyone, we're gonna get to the end of the path here, and I will show everyone where this Barkskin Fisher gentleman spawns. Oh yeah, it is a little early for trick-or-treaters. I do not think it is them. Nope. Another taker. Oh boy. I am so glad we have a bear, because I would be getting ripped apart with Thunder Fury here, just aggroing everything. That's crazy to think I was ready to 3-man it. Although, with 2 rogues, you can do a lot of stun lock stuff to make it a lot safer. Also, I recognize you, Zadai. I see that you actually have a poison on. I respect that. I didn't even bother. I think the bear likes fighting a bunch of stuff at once, huh? Oh, what am I... You know, I forget. How could I forget? Bowfine is like a really good feral DPS. So, probably loves doing stuff like this. Oh, the envoy. Isn't this for a quest? Oh, I hope I didn't just ruin someone's quest. You see where the water is to the right? That's where we're so... you want to kill... We can kill the elder if you want to kill the elder. The elder's right here.
We're in a raid, so they're not going to get quest credit.
No, are we in a raid?
Yeah.
Why did you change it to raid? There's only 5.
Because I thought we were going to have more than 5. We can disband and become a group again.
Okay, everyone, we're gonna. Does anyone need Elder Glowheart for a quest? Let's start there.
Okay, we're
Okay, we're reforming. If you see though this water right here, there should be a... I don't think he's up. We can see if he's alive. If he's alive, then we can maybe... If he's despawned, he might show up again. But let's go Elder Glow... I said Glowheart. It's actually Growlheart. Is there anything we need to know about this guy? No. Other than interrupt his shadow bolts. I do, but hey, you don't have to be a guildie to be here. We're just killing stuff, friend. You know, for a long time, when I started in Blackwing Guard, I was not in the guild. I was part of South Fury Trading Co. Oh, I thought he would have, like, loot or something. Oh, well. Anyway, so this water right here, this is where you're going to find the guy. What's that?
It's for quest.
Oh, okay. I thought that guy was for quest. I didn't know if someone needed it. All right, so right here, you can come around the other way too. There should be no mobs here, but there is a... Let's see if I can find his corpse. Ooh, his corpse is in here.
Isn't he like he's like a 5-minute respawn, I think.
He was, but they changed him.
Oh.
Acalix, I don't know if you're hearing my voice and can confirm any of this, but do you know if they changed the respawn on the Barkskin Fisher? Because there was a time when it was like he popped up every 5 minutes, and I don't think that's what's happening here. But we can wait a couple seconds for him. You can fish here, by the way. Oh, hello, Acalix. I'm trying to look for the corpse of the fisher. If the corpse is still here, that means he's been killed recently, at least. But fun fact, you can stand over on this rock over here. You won't pull anything from over here, but you can fish from here. So, if you, however, you cannot use boats. So you actually need a good fishing rod and a good lure to get anything going. Where did my fishing rod go? Careful, by the way, Acalix is a shark. Very dangerous. Barkskin? Yep, I knew I put it in my... I have so many things. It's really hard to... I'm really glad PFUI has a search bar. At first I thought it was silly, but now I do not think that. So, as you can see, you can fish here. It is like the water out at Hyjal, but I have like full tinfoil hat conspiracy about the water here. I think there's something else in the water. Because the Barkskin Fisher, he spawns right here and he drops the good fishing rod, right? So maybe, just maybe, there's something special in this water. I have no confirmation on that, by the way. I didn't do this in PTR. I could be talking out of my butt. But let me tell you. Imagine some kind of like super rare legendary just in the water. I could be the one to discover it. It's not going to happen, but, you know, So this is a nice optional fishing hole. There's not many indoor fishing spots, by the way. It is actually a rarity. I have heard of the fish bringer. I never got the fish bringer. The Merc Fisher, yes, I've seen that. Does that work as a fishing rod?
No.
It doesn't work as a fishing rod. That's a shame. We are under a volcano. A lot of that's a good point, Maxim. So we have like the hot springs right here, and there's a lot of ash up top. So yeah, maybe Hyjal is a inactive volcano. Yeah, yes, Shock is in. Yeah, I like this fishing spot because, for one, if you are into if you want to wait to get the Barkskin Fisher, he'll spawn here, right? If you want to grab a couple Hyjal root because you have that quest, you could also grab them. This will respawn right here. Someone said he's bugged?
I tried to grab it and it didn't give me one.
Oh, it didn't?
Well, it gave me one, but then it didn't disappear, so I tried to grab it again.
Oh, okay.
It won't give me one.
The Booty Bay Legendary lives on. I know Accolix well enough to know that that is probably gaslighting. Oh, okay. Okay, so there. All right. So I was here for a time, Accolix, where it was every 5 minutes, and I was like, oh, they just must be giving them out now. I'm glad they fixed it though, because that. If I was more cynical, I would have just sat here and farmed it, because you can sell the fishing rod for like 5 gold.
BOP. They're BOP.
They're BOP, sure, but you could still vendor them. If you're getting 5 gold every 5 minutes and you're fishing, that's a pretty good gold farm. You still have to be able to solo him. He is pretty tough, but with some rogue shenanigans, it was very possible.
They took away your shenanigans.
No. I mean like regular rogue shenanigans where you do kidney shots, you do blinds with bandages, you do gouges. You know, the stuff that you face off against them in battlegrounds that make you hate rogues. Oh, wait a second. Maxim, that's a good point. Maybe this is where the Ashbringer is, because there's ash up top. We're in a volcano. Everyone thinks the corrupted Ashbringer is where you get Ashbringer. It's actually here. Confirmed. As you can see too, you do get the bonus catches here as well. See, I got a 2-time Dark Claw Lobster catch. Accolix, if you're in game or in chat and available, could you tell me if the 2 times catching is that a bug? Is that a bug in working as intended, or is it working as intended? It's I think this is the only place I know of that does that. Oh, sorry, Remy. Sure thing. Just give me a second. I'm going to finish up this cast. I'll show you where we are. Oh, come on. Finish up cast. Whenever I want to move away. There it is. Okay. So, we're in Hyjal, right? And then when you come up the path in Hyjal, you want to stick to the right to go to the Barkskin Village. If for whatever reason you do want to join, you can whisper myself or Murug. Murug's more likely to see the whisper because I'll miss them sometimes.
Well, we'll have to become a raid again.
And then we'll have to become a raid again. But if you want to get here, we don't have any warlocks, sadly. So, you know, we have to make do. It is definitely a level 60 area, but I did advertise this stream as a high adventure fishing, so we are doing high adventure. Hopefully that answers your question, Remy. It's druids and rogues all the way up. I mean, yeah. I think druids were big winners. Yeah, I know. I almost said dogs and ruids. I know. And now I actually said it. Yeah, Remy, have you been to this cave? It's pretty cool. It's a little tough to get into, but you know, I wanted to do a little fishing, and then I don't know, maybe after my bait wears off here, we can just go around and kill a bunch more furbolgs. Oh, that's right. Did my music stop? Why did the music stop? Sorry. Hold on.
Do you not have it set to loop music?
I have to loop.
Sound settings?
There, no, I just did it. There is no music in the cave. You guys can see that, right? The music was playing before. We'd all agreed the music was playing before.
Quiet cave.
I didn't. I can hear. Is it? You can hear the ambiance, right? That's so weird. I wonder if that's intentional. All right, I'll put up the ambience for a little bit. All right, guys. But after my 4-minute lure runs out, we'll go beat up more of the furbolgs. Oh yeah, I actually have to hear the fishing because if I don't put the sound volume up, I'll miss my casts. Iron Branch, I'm already hearing all the whispers, don't worry. Oh, you see that, everyone? We noticed something that might be a bug. We alerted team members, and now it may or may not be made into a bug report and may be fixed. No, Akalix wasn't say chat. What's going on?
You gonna fix the fact that we're getting lots of fish? Because that would be a bummer.
So, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? So, when something's broken and it's broken in our favor, okay, I know the urge to not say it is an issue, right? We want to keep it secret forever. However, remember when they first released the patch, there was exactly 0 fish to catch in Hyjal. So, if we're going to benefit from bonus fish now, we have to recognize that it is much better than 0 fish. So if they want to make it normal fish catch, but...
I think you get more because they're lower level fish in a really high level fishing zone, so you're getting...
That is patently incorrect because of Dark Claw lobsters. I'm getting double catches on them, and Dark Claw are in the highest tier of fish you can catch. Thank you for Thorm's Iron Branch. Never know when I'll get hit. Yes, that's true. Thorns does help with fishing. Not many people talk about that, but that's true. Let's see. Also, while I'm fishing and attacking the evil furbolg tribes of Hyjal, if anyone has any questions too, I'm here. Designer Dave, listen, I'll tell you how Thorns helps with fishing. You see this? 18 nature damage to attackers. What happens is you catch them, and then bam, they take damage. They see the thorns on you, and you just look like a bush. They're like, there's no way this guy's actually a fisher. So really, it's camouflage. And you can't actually fish while stealthed, so it's the best I can do. And the only other evidence I have is that Iron Branch said so. So, and look at Iron Branch. Is this the face of a druid that would lie to you? No. And I think druids know a thing or two about the natural world. Oh, you got the cool. You got the what is that? Do they show it name? No, they don't. Do you know what is the name of that? Can you share that, Iron Branch? It must be nice now too that the glyphs of a glyph of the ice bear, right? Okay. That's a new look druids can have. Iron Branch is clearly a visual druid aficionado because they have the I think you have Shamu? Was it you or was it Bofan that did Shamu, the orca? All right, my lure ran out, everyone. Let's go do some high adventure stuff and go beat up some people. We got to keep these caves safe. I'm also going to turn down my sound a little bit so you guys aren't inundated with the sound of too much combat. I'll be right there too. I'm going to maybe play some music? I don't know. Oh, you know, with my current setup, I can't do that. Unless I played it through my game client. Yep. Sorry about that. There'll be music when we exit. But that's all I can promise. For now, you just get to hear the quiet violence of us killing these furbolgs. Oh geez, he saw me immediately. What a jerk. Thank you, Zadai. Oh. Sinister Strike. Not keybound correctly again. They're on what? That's okay. Well, you got 2 rogues here and a really powerful healer. You know, Bovine's is allowed to take breaks.
And a dolphin.
That is an orca. Good job, Zadai. I'll do the next kidney shot. Look, he never even gets a chance. Speaking of which, I should probably maybe put on a poison. Oh, I don't even have any deadly poisons anymore. That shows you how little I've been raiding. Oh, we'll do yeah, we'll do that. I'm putting poison on Thunder Fury. Yes, you can store the fish on the thorns. Exactly. You get it. You get it, Dave. Yes, exactly. The thorns really help with fishing. Oh, Balake. Don't kill Balake. Murag, can you get Balake in? Oh, wait. Does Balake know I'm streaming? We're streaming. You need...
Oh,
I didn't kick Bofine.
Bofine.
Oh. Oh, okay. Alright. Well, yeah, what you need dead. See? I can speak like this because Balak is an orc and I'm an orc. Okay. Well, Balak is a great member of the community, so, you know. Bofine, would you be comfortable with coming... Or did Bofine leave?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright. Great. Well, that's perfect. We have 5. We can still do quests. Don't tell Balake that we did just kill Growlheart. Oh, okay, there you are.
He's gonna be back up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just tell us what we need to do. We're here to fish and have an adventure, Balake. So it's no.
Kill the things.
We're gonna kill. Well, guess what? How tanky are you, Balake? I'm assuming you're like in grind mob mode. We'll see how I do. I could also go with my fabled tank spec, which won't really help, but you know, I could do it. Yep, I heard Zug. Look at this guy.
Me and Garth will 2-man this.
Oh, okay. All right, if you guys 2-manned it, you're fine then. Oh, spirit beads. Oh, I must be on the quest for that.
We 2-manned it as an enhanced shaman and a smite priest.
Okay. Do I think it's better to wait for the fresh server to level a new character? I'm still level 9. Isabella, I would ask, what are your goals? I did talk about this at the beginning of the stream. You know, what are your goals for, you know, do you want... First off, do you want to do PvP? Because that's a big game changer, right? And then also, do you want to have a more well-established community? That's something to consider, because I think right now the main server has that. If you're just looking for like a quick experience, something quick and dirty. You know, maybe the other server would work better. If you want to do dungeons and raids, I would probably suggest the main server, and don't worry about, because remember, and I'll probably be talking about this a lot to the community. Even though I was memeing around about fresh, it actually isn't fresh. It in the strictest term, it is level 1 characters, but the progression, it's going to be progressed, I'm pretty sure. We don't have anything confirmed, but you're not going to miss much by being on the other server. Sorry, I'm just going to turn down the sound a little bit. The sounds of combat were a little loud. I hope that answers your question. But you know, honestly, like, do whatever you feel is going to help you have the most fun. B101, we were just fishing. In fact, we are here to get the most rare fishing rod, the Barkskin Fisher, which drops off of a rare in here. So, checkmate. Yep. Yeah, there's lots of different ways to play, you know. One of the nice things about Turtle WoW is that it's big enough and broad enough to you can probably find something you're looking for. I can't promise you're going to find it, but there's a good chance you can find it, you know? Is there another Dream Shard? Okay. Oh yeah, there's the guy you need, Balake. Well, I'm going to take care of that caster, because... Look at this guy. He has no chance. Oh, what's that? Oh, kidney shot. Ah, oh, sucks to be you. Is this what it's like in PvP? Is this what it's like, guys? Tell me. Oh, that spell? Cancelled. Man, that must stink if you're a caster against a rogue. Alright, we killed an envoy. Let's see. Where are you? B101, if you want to join us, we're in this cave near Barkskin Village. There is a mob here that drops a +30 fishing rod. And there's also a spot to go fishing. So we were making our rounds, and yeah. Other up here behind its star. Thank you, Blockade, for guiding us. Don't you need Growlheart though? Growlheart's right there.
He needs the envoy.
Oh, okay. It's not anymore, Blockade. It's back to 2 hours. Yeah. I think someone less scrupulous than me noticed that as well and was just killing them on 5-minute timers and fishing in the meantime. Oh, do you want to make yeah, that's what I thought you said you needed Growlheart.
Yeah, he needs the envoy though too.
Okay. Yeah. I'm eating a lunch late before raid. One-handed typing. Oh no, one-handed typing. That's what. Ooh, does this look cool? Not really. Let's not get crazy. Where'd my group go? We're looking for the other envoy, right?
Star?
Yeah.
Back here.
We're checking to make sure that the guy didn't respawn. I'm afraid I won't be able to find groups for leveling dungeons. No, you know what? Good news, Isabel. There's a because the server's old. There's a lot of people that are leveling alts. There's a lot of people that are still joining the server for the first time. So it's not bad actually. It probably. I mean, again, I can't guarantee you're gonna find people, but a lot of it also depends on what time zone you're at. That's something to keep in mind since there's more busy times for the server. So if you're American, there's like less people on than there might be for European times. But if you're Oceania, there's probably going to be even more people because I think that's bumps into Chinese player times. There are still Chinese players, but I think they just get like 0 for priority in queue now. Not sure how that works. Yeah, no, Balake, no, thanks for dropping by. I'm glad we could help you because You are always in the bug tracker helping the team, so thank you for your service, sir. How about that? How about that? The least we could do. There are so many bugs you guys don't even realize happen that Balake's in the GitHub just shooting them from downtown. But yeah, we've done a loop of killing. All right, we've checked. We can go back to fishing. We'll do another round of fishing, and then we'll maybe do another round of killing. Who knows? Who knows who will drop by? This is high adventure fishing, a term that I completely made up to convey to the low level people that you can't be near me today. I'm not safe. Oh, you're okay, Andros. You're good, man. No worries. Oh, someone's popping in that side. Oh, there it is. Yes. High doesn't mean shimmerweed. No, it does not mean that. As much as I appreciate a stoner, that is not what is implied here. I'm gonna get this Hyjal root I need to. Yeah, yes, it does have cross faction. Sorry, getting back to that. There is cross faction. It's great. It's fun. Yeah. Keep an eye out for the Barkskin Fisher, everyone. They could show up at any moment. Alright. Get the fishing rod on. If anyone needs a bright bauble, let me know. I do have them. I think all I need is a bright bauble and the good fishing rod, and I can fish here. It's been okay so far. My bags are getting suspiciously full of fish, though. I'm gonna keep 100% you. He will not show up any moment. Acalix, did you kill? Did you kill the?
I don't know when he was last killed.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I appreciate the insider information because it helps me and it helps the people that are gathered here. We could there is something else I was curious about doing. Oh, right, you can see dead rares, that's right. Okay. But you don't know the timer on them, you just know that they're dead. The fact that we don't see his body, though, might mean he's on the tail end before he gets respawned. That's me huffing copium about, hoping he pops up again. Oh, you can. Okay, all right. So we're gonna finish up this cast, this 10-minute cast, and then we're going to. I know Acalix could be trolling us, but that's the kind of thing I feel like Acalix wouldn't troll about. And that's also something I could independently verify, but it would be a gross misuse of my power, because I do have a GM media account. I could teleport here and look for the rare and figure it out, but that's right, we don't want to anger the GMs. But so after this cast, I have a new idea. We're gonna go test something, because there are some waters I have not tried in Hyjal. One of them is the gross-looking water around the first demon area as you're going up. And there's also water around the Circle of Power, an area I have not tried fishing in either. And I would like to test them just to make sure they're on the up and up. Oh yeah, Isabella, I feel you on that. You can still PvP on a PvE server. You'll be doing it mostly through Battlegrounds. I don't know how that will change with a PvP server happening. But, there's lots of different ways to have fun, And also be open to there being, new ways to have fun and interact with the game as well. Because TurtleWow has stuff that not a lot of other servers have for this era. Like, there's T-Mog, which is something that is absent in Classic, for instance. I'm really tempted to show off to everyone my T-Mug I have for my Shaman. That'll wait. That'll wait, though. Because it's not done. Sorry for everyone, you can hear the airplane. Doorbells and airplanes. I live in a big city, everyone. I'm catching a really insane amount of these raw spotted yellowtail. I'm not gonna lie. Absolutely useless fish. But I'm glad I'm catching them. There are Drew. That's also not where I live. But nice try. I'm not gonna dox myself. I didn't say what you were talking about. I got a whisper from Drew, everyone. He was making a joke about New England, which is a confirmed region that I live in. That's it. In fact, me and Dan were joking around in the Turtle Wow Radio Discord about, because I think they're in Boston area, and so we started typing in our worst/best Bostonian accents, because we can do that. That's our accent. You guys can't do that. Your big objective is to get tier 3. Okay, Isabella. I respect that. If that really is your goal, I would probably think that a PvE server would maybe serve you better. But if you like PvP, if you like open world PvP, it's going to happen a lot more in a PvP server. So that is maybe something to weigh it against. Generally, the grind to get all the way up to tier 3 does require a lot of dedication. So keep that in mind. And I'll tell you what I tell all new players. There's no rush. Take your time. Smell the roses. The best experience in this version of WoW, not just Turtle WoW, but just even in Classic, the best experience is leveling. And so many people are obsessed with like running through it, especially on their first time, and that feels bad because there's a lot of great stuff they've added on the server to like for lower level questing hubs and stuff like that. There's still stuff to explore and have fun with. Obviously, if you want to play a certain way, by all means go ahead and do it. I wouldn't want people to miss out on something that could be fun and enjoyable for them just because they feel a need to get to the end point. And I can't tell you, Murag, I know, other people I've raided with that have been on the server for a long time would all confirm this. The amount of people that we have that we've raided with that worked really hard, then maybe worked really kind of maybe too hard and got burnt out right around BWL is a lot. It happens quite a bit, you know. These people just burn out. And then you're not having fun anymore. And that's not good. Terrible. You don't have to use language like that, but
Oh, it's hey-ho.
But I know you're only saying that because you're in hard chores. And I didn't do that, Terrible. I was very... Yeah, but I thought you had a hard chores tune, no? Maybe I'm misremembering. Oh, did anyone notice the Steam get different? That's weird. Visuals just changed. Yeah, I mean, You see this right here? You see how do you know how I got this? I got this by doing one thing and one thing only. And in fact, I've actually had officers talk to me about this. I'm not a top parser. I am not a savant of the game. In fact, I'm probably bad. But I do one thing that every raid group will want. I show up on time. I bring consumables. And, get this, I listen to directions. If you can do those three things, every raid group will want you. And how I got all that gear and all that stuff, just repeat those three steps. You just show up on time, you do what you're asked to, and you listen to directions. I didn't have to beg, borrow, or steal for any of that stuff. I just literally kept showing up. And then when you get enough veterancy, people go like, oh yeah, Vrogreg's been around for forever. And then all I had to say was like, hey, like, you know, I think the way I actually got Thunder Fury was essentially early on, Blackwing Guard did really good with getting bindings. And we had our 4th tank with Thunder Fury. And I had, at that point in time of the server, I had said, like, you know, like, I'm actually seriously working on gear for tanking. You know, I don't know if any other warrior wants it, but I'd be interested in doing Thunder Fury. Like, or I can, like, wait my turn. And then I had enough veterancy, essentially, that, like, my guild leadership's like, oh yeah, look, you always show up, you're friendly, you do what we ask you to do, you know. And then I got a binding, and then I waited, it was like 4 or 5 months to get my second binding. Then I got a Thunder Fury. And the tier 3, yeah, that was just another situation of just like, I showed up on time, I did what I was asked, you eventually get tier 3. Now, if you want to do what the Terrible Puddle says, maybe you can cut some corners, but I wouldn't suggest it. And true B101, that is true. There are some classes. Oh, I was more so reacting to Isabel, who said I think they're going to play a warrior and they want to get tier 3. So. Terrible. I mean, if you've watched any of my programming, you know I do not do that. I do not turn a blind eye to corruption. In fact, I do a lot of things in my power to probably screw myself out of gear and things like that because I don't turn a blind eye to corruption. All right, my lure's done, everyone. Let us go. We're going to check out a couple other fishing spots to see if they actually work.
Do people want to make a raid? Because we've got Hyjal here.
Oh yeah, that's fine. If someone needs a quest, just speak up and we can work with you. But this is mostly just adventure time. Yeah, Baconator, you get it. Because progression is also part of the journey. And that once you get to the end of progression, it doesn't feel the same. Also, once we step out, we'll actually have music again. So I'm sorry for that. Also, hi Hyjal, good to see you. Hyjal, you should see how well Obamswim's been doing. You'd be so proud. It's alright. Murag does not need totems.
No, but I am taking the booby.
Outrageous. Oh, man. Oh. Wait a second. Are you dropping Wind Fury, Hyjal? I want to show it off. Finally, the moment. Okay, cleaning cloth. Is it here? There. I think I can use this. I can. Okay, check it out. I'm gonna buy one of these. Is it overpriced? Yes, but check this out. Right now, I have poison on my main hand. I will use this cleaning cloth. Main hand is clean, and now I have a shaman. Boom, look at that. Drop Wind Fury. Locked in. Rogues, we are liberated. That's the first time I ever got that to, like, it actually mattered. I'm so excited. It's such a dumb thing. Yeah, exactly. I wiped off the gunky blade, and now I'm doing the big Wind Fury damage. Yes, exactly, Baconator. That it's strong. I'm glad you're gonna enjoy your time, Isabella, as I really feel like that's the biggest strength of this era of the game. Wait, Vrograg doesn't like corruption? I thought... Oh my god. Akalix knows there's been so many times when, like, I have just been an absolute ass to Akalix because I am asking really annoying things that only I care about because I'm trying to make sure there isn't corruption in the game. And Akalix is very good in humoring me. Also, hello, Figon. Who's it? This person just chilling here? That's kind of weird. And all like the little minor things I do because I'm like, I don't know, guys. That seems like that. I don't want to be accused of corruption, you know? Like, I do that kind of stuff all the time. But even though I do all that, I will still get accused of it, which is just kind of funny to me. Because I don't think everyone knows all the measures I go behind the scenes to make sure I'm staying above board. And it's fine, like, at the end of the day, like, matters of ethics are gonna primarily bother me the most. If anyone was in my Turtle Wow News Discord who's like watching stream, they'll know like a month, 2 months ago, when I was asked by... Oh, see, there's the music. Turn it down a little bit. So, when I was initially asked by server management to make a... Alright, we gotta find out where this other water is. So, I want to try out the water here. You see this water here? We're gonna go here. So, I think we have to go around this way. Let me finish my story. So, right, when I was asked to do the survival guide video, it was sort of a big deal in that I sort of like asked the rest of my news Discord, I'm like, hey, they want me to do this, but they've also, like, they're offering to pay me to do the work. And I had not been paid for anything. And some people in my community were like, it's just a contract, like, you know, do you you do you. But even just getting paid to do actual like work like I did for the survival guide, like even that was controversial for me, because I'm like, guys, should I get paid to do something they're asking me to do? My favorite comment during that though was from Kettering, whose family is in the journalism field, and said, oh yeah, just do what any journalist would do. Take the money and do what you were going to do anyway. Which is pretty much what I ended up doing. But, so yes. Absolutely corrupt. I cannot help myself. During Classic, I played in a guild that only wanted to speedrun and parse. Yeah, that's not always the most fun thing to do. Some people really enjoy speedrunning. I understand that's a thing people enjoy. That's fine. But we are, so we're heading to this water right here, everyone. This water right here. It's, it is very... I definitely understand and respect people that want to be competitive and have fun in a competitive environment. And for that reason, I think it's fine. I think when people are tied up in it and don't want to be doing it is when it isn't as fun. So as long as everyone's like on the same page about wanting to do content quickly, wanting to do speed runs, I think it's fine. But I would say, you know, to anyone who wants to get into the raiding scene, there's a lot of different guilds. You know, look for one that matches what you're looking for. Don't be in a rush, but do something that you feel will benefit you and your playstyle. Remember too, as an alternative, in case you're having trouble finding a guild, Nater exists. They're not a guild. They are just an organization that joins up for pug raids. They have knacks on farm. They're very competent. So that might be an honest, good way to start. You can even network from out there. You know, you have options. You know, don't feel like, you know, all I know is speedrunning, so I don't like raiding. You know, there's also a world where like, hey, well, okay, there's people that don't do speedrunning to do raids. All right, I have never fished in this water. We are gonna try it out. I'll put on a lure. I'm at like 2 of 10 right now, and that's with hundreds of emails I need to respond to. Yep. Yeah. I've noticed Acalix, you've been more quiet as of recently, but I know I can only imagine why you're more quiet recently. I know you got a lot to keep on top of. What group is that called? It's called Nater. I did a video a while ago about it, like maybe a month ago. I'll write it in group in raid chat. Nater. You can find information about them on Discord. They have an open Discord you can join. They have signups and all their rules and stuff. But it's not a guild. It's just a group of people that get together to raid. Yes, it's nature spelled wrong. One of their main leaders is the same gentleman that helped run the all shaman molten core that you might have caught. That person's name's Shock Warden. Very nice guy. Genuinely a good dude. And I would do anything in my power to get him more exposure because he's just an asset to the community. So, and yeah, that is true. What Balake is saying is actually true. Speedrun raids are generally cheaper if they're executed well. If you are fortunate enough to enjoy that and also have a group that is competent enough to get all of that done in that way, that it definitely is cheaper. I mean,
unless you need healers to pop flasks like mana.
That's true. If there are raids where you need that, that is true. Popping elixirs of the Flask of Wisdom, or what is that called?
Yeah, Flask of Distilled
Yeah,
Wisdom.
Flask of Distilled Wisdom. You can pop them like mana pots if you're just obscenely rich, but I don't think there's anyone on the guild quite doing it like that. I could be wrong. Probably if anyone would know, Balake would know, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. The group I raid with, Blackwing Guard, they're sandwiched between, well, like, the content you do pretty much dictates how quote-unquote sweaty the players are, generally. So, like, when we're doing our Blackwing layers, generally we don't have the highest top end. There's a lot of alts, there's a lot of new people, but by the time you get to Nax, most of the people that are doing Nax are better geared, more experienced. And there's still a learning curve there, but it's certainly not a speed run. We do like going quickly, but it is not a speed run. Yeah, Baconator, you're right. Back during Classic and the rampant gold buying era, inflation really ran rampant. This server has inflation too. It does not have it to the same level. And we have a very hardworking team of GMs and management that does a lot to work against it. One of the reasons I actually do Market Watch is to keep a track on inflation. I'm not even joking. That's why I have the S&V 7. Because if I can track this stuff over a year, for instance, right? And I can show demonstrably that, like, hey, like, in a year's time, Black Lotus changed from this to this. I can show how much inflation there is. There's probably always going to be some level of inflation, and part of that is because people farm gold. For instance, if anyone here does lasher farming, you are adding to inflation. And by that, I mean you are generating gold that did not exist in the community, in the economy, and then you are buying materials with it, presumably. That adds to inflation because now you've made there be more gold in circulation. And because of that, people that already have gold, their gold is worth a little less. That's why I say that there's always going to be some amount of inflation, because the amount of gold sinks that exist in this version of WoW are not equal to the amount of gold that is generated by doing content. Yes, exactly. So one of the reasons I also do Market Watch is to keep a track on it. Like, hey, you know, our population, you know, is growing this much, right? So you would expect to see a certain level of inflation. Now, I'm not an economist, but if something seemed really out of whack, I have, like, the documents, so to say. I have the proof of that happening. So that's one of the reasons why I do that. Did anyone appreciate the Market Watch where I'm like, oh yeah, here's arcane crystals. Yep, no, that's not a mistake. It actually hit 300. That was wild. Sorg says, using petrification to dodge mechanics and refresh the flask because petrification delete your previous one. Yeah, if I remember correctly, this is a news story that I heard about a while ago. I think
This is a general speed run.
Well, I know, but I was just thinking to myself about... They said they were going to nerf something about petrification flask. I don't remember what it is, though.
That was on retail hardcore, wasn't going to allow petrification flasks.
Yeah, I was pretty sure they're doing that in this server, though. I can't remember. Maybe it doesn't take you out of combat? Maybe it does. Either way, the only time I've seen petrification flasks used on purpose was during the All Shaman MC, where we had a couple shamans kite away some of the fights on the guys on Major Domo, run away to Shaz's room, and then they used the flask of petrification. That was kind of funny. Okay, thank you, Xian. So you remember hearing about that too, but I don't know what the nerfs were supposed to be. It was announced during the streamer viewer craze. I don't think that craze hit me, so do you know what it was? I remember hearing about it, but it was one of those things where it's like, there's a bunch of news coming out, I hear someone on the team say something, they don't tell me what they're planning on doing, so all I have to go off of is the fact that they said it. And then it's something I think about a couple months later. I'm like, I wonder what the change was. Now, that could be Xian, but, actually, when we did the All Shaman MC, that was before the patch drop, so that might be the case. Maybe I'll reach out to Hard Chores this weekend and check in with them about the Flask of Petrification changes. Just to... Because if anyone's going to know, it's probably going to be them, right? The people who are most strongly affected by that. Because they did tell me how they were going to do BWL. We had a chat about that, because if you do Veilstraws just pick someone in your raid to just die. But obviously if you're hardcore, you don't want to die. But I guess if you get the buff from that, you also have instant Hearthstone. So if you get the buff, you're expected to Hearthstone to survive. Which is kind of cool. I think the turtle devs genuinely forgot because of other issues. That, yeah. And listen, if I'm blowing up your guys' spot, Hard Shores, I'm sorry. You know, again, once again, see, there I go again, with my integrity getting in the way of everyone's enjoyment of the game. I'm sorry. I think we should double check the repair cost for tanks to keep the inflation in check. Hey, oh, that's evil, man. But yeah, we should do that. Okay, everyone, it's snowing. Just want to point that out. Hey ho, are you good on your lure? We have one more fishing spot I wanted to check out. This Circle of Power. I think they just walked back and now won't do it. Oh, okay. Hardchores always finds a way. They do, that's true. But we should thank them for the revert on scalings change. Oh, really? So that was part of the discussion? Was that Hardchores is like, we were planning on having this? Please don't revert it? Because that's actually a pretty good argument. I think it made sense for the team to say we don't want to have scaling anymore, because the reason they had scaling to begin with was because it was like a sub 1K pop server. I don't think it was like, they're not out of their mind for saying we should get rid of this. We have plenty of people around. But where did my Iblis go? Anyone see my Iblis? There it is. What?
I can't find his Iblis.
Guys, help! I can't find all my BIS items. Help me find. I am just drowning in golds and good items. Please help me. All right. Sorry about that. PvP server hype. Long live Lord Turtle. Okay. At least. Okay. At least the comment section below in chat isn't talking about fresh, and I have to go through the fresh diatribe again. The way I see it, even if it was true that they should have been straightforward with the community with you and not happen as a stealth change. Yeah, I think that's a good take too. Akalix and I, although we will butt heads sometimes about how things should be talked about and what should be talked about, one thing that we usually agree on is...
I think we need to go down here.
Why do we need to go down there?
To get to the water you're trying to get?
No, we're going to the Circle of Power.
Oh.
We're not going there. We're going to the circle. It says the Circle of Power. Can you imagine how powerful the fish are there? Yeah. They're going to be so strong, but I'm stronger because I'm the fish slayer. That's how this works. Oh, yeah. If anyone missed it, I had people in management mad at me because I said fresh. Like it's a dirty word. Even though I only said fresh because of their lack of clarity. I was saying, though, was that something Akalix and I often agree on is clarity and unity in what is being said. Because a lot of times I'll ask Akalix a question. Akalix is like, oh, we don't have anything announced, or will give me a response. And then like an hour later, I'm like, so member of management saying this. And then I can literally just watch the years come off of Akalix's life from the stress. And yeah, it's just because it's hard, you know. You have a bunch of different people from all around the world all trying to work on one project. it's tough. Acalex has a really tough job being PR. Because of that exact reason. So, if you ever see Acalex in Discord or in forums, and you're like, I don't like something, I'm going to flame Acalex, just don't. Flame another person on the team. Give Acalex a break. Alright, we're going to go down to the Circle of Power, guys, and we're going to find out exactly how powerful the fish are. Yeah, Hey Ho is in Ray Chat saying Acalex giving you the real PR answers, not lies, not the... Exactly. It's like, I just want to know what the team wants me to officially know. And that is difficult sometimes. Let's fish from within the Circle of Power, everyone. Ooh, look at these fish. Do you think these fish are what drops the new frogs? I don't know how we get the new frogs. Sorry, I was going on my... power fish, yes. No, it's not the electric eel. Fresh equals no transfers to it. Well, you would say that, Balaka, you missed it. I actually had a poll up asking what people in chat thought fresh meant. 61% thought it meant level 1s and the server isn't progressed. Only 20 or 30% said they thought it meant level 1s. Did I just call a frog a fish? No, I was saying, how do we... There is a new title called Lord of the Frogs, so there's new frogs in the game, so I just don't know how to get the new frogs. I'm like, maybe we kill the frogs. Definitely, if anyone catches anything weird...
I know how to get the cats.
Murag, I know you know how to get the cats. Can anyone feel the Circle of Power helping them? I think that's the first question. I'm glad you're so resigned, Acalex. But in general, not everyone has a skin as thick as Acalex's. I still think it goes a long way to be kind and considerate to people that are working on the project. That's all. Isabella puts in a bunch of K's in chat, which, as I understand, I've seen that from, I think there's like some other countries where like that's like their LOL. Rolled Cohen, I don't know how he is staying as an orca. I cannot tell you. All I know is Iron Branch is more powerful than your average druid and can do things like that. They have not shared their secrets. Yeah, exactly. Land swim form. I think you get knocked out the second you try to do anything, right? You must. If you could DPS as that'd be amazing. Oh, that wasn't my fit. You can auto... Yes, because you can auto attack in seal form, I believe. Acalex, how dare you not be fishing with the others? No, Acalex, like... will like disappear sometimes and then just go annihilate like a cartel of gold sellers while also hanging out in chat. So Acalex can do whatever he wants to do. What was his name again? This is Iron Branch. IronBranch. Make sure to whisper them for the secrets of how to be a whale on land. Air is air is technically a fluid. I don't know all the rules about the states of matter, but I feel like someone told me that air is a fluid. The secret to be a whale is to have lots of money. Yeah, you know, you'd think that, but oh, speaking of having a lot of money, and I did disclose like 15-20 minutes ago. I got paid for the survival guide video that I did. That coupled with I might actually get an advertising check from YouTube. Also coupled with having a bunch of completely legal Amazon gift cards laying around from some other side hustle I had going on. I should be sometime this week building a new computer. And by new computer, I mean I'm putting a new processor in, a new motherboard, a new RAM, new PSU. I'm not upgrading the GPU. If there are any computer heads out there, my computer I've been using, I built it like 6 years ago. And I've really been bottlenecked on recording and editing because my processor is old. So that's something that I've been saving up a little money so I can actually rectify that. You should invest your money in burritos, best value. That is true. That is true. Speaking of which, if anyone is interested in the burrito market and wants me to invest in burritos, you can do super chats. All the money from super chats only goes to burritos. That's my rule. By the way, YouTube started changing stuff with how like they have ads happening on the live stream. Murag and I, we both have YouTube Premium, so I don't know what they're like. But if you don't have YouTube Premium and they're really bad or annoying, let me know and I can see if I can adjust them. I just left them on the default. Yeah, I think a lot of people that watch streams on YouTube have Premium, but there are also some people that don't have them, so. Can you see I'm fishing, Murag? Let me finish the cast. Well, Iron Branch, well, I don't, I think it is against terms of service to say how much money I make off of advertisement. It is public knowledge. Mara, I'm trying to trade with you. Oh, was it I got you? Okay. It is public knowledge that they...
Nope, I got another room.
They send out their checks in like only $100 increments. So since I've started the channel, I've only been eligible for one check. That should tell you everything you need to know. Thank you, Iron Branch. It actually, I was actually kind of emotional because like I finally actually got paid for all the YouTube stuff I've been doing. It was like the first time I actually like discernibly made money from this. And it wasn't even like the money that mattered. It was just that like it was sort of like the recognition. So that was really nice. I think it's against Balaka, it's against YouTube TOS for me to like show you my analytics and how much money I make on CPM. That I think is against TOS, yeah. See, Isabella, I told you I knew. I told you I knew that it meant ha ha ha. What nationality are you? I feel like I've seen that from Brazilians a lot, maybe, I think. Some kind of South American country. I feel like I've seen it there. I could be wrong. Yeah, thank you, Dave, for really contributing. Because of you, I need help buying burritos. Did I have, yeah, no, that's on. But if anyone's watching and isn't subscribed for some weird reason, feel free to subscribe. Also, like the stream. I think that matters. And yeah, no. If you ever want to be generous and you are a whale, we'll say. Oh, sorry about that. You can always super chats work.
Hey, Pink Idiot.
Hey, Pink Idiot. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you enjoy a Bulbasaur emote. If you want to see Bulbasaur emote again, you have to donate, sadly. I'm a big Bulbasaur fan. Yeah. Yes, Dave, it is exactly your fault. When I starved to death. It's all because you used ad blockers. Yes. Oh, you know what I should do? At some point I need to like wait, is that I see the super chat in the chat. I don't know. Did a notification pop up? I don't know if that's slower. Thank you, Riddle. I do live in America. That might be less than a burrito. That might be a burrito at Taco Bell. But thank you, all the same. I appreciate it. How do you participate in Orc Marathon now? Hey ho, I want to unlock what this question means. Do you see the Sumarog? What? Whoa! Oh, there it is. Okay, the notification worked. It scared me. Wow. So I guess I can see the super chats earlier in chat before the notification pops up, which is good. Then I'll be less scared. Yeah. Hey ho said, how do you participate in Orcs Marathon now? I don't know what that means. I really want to know though.
You know the Orcs Marathon.
What is the Orcs Marathon?
You know.
Hey ho, I'm assuming it was a typo, but then when you Orca Marathon. Okay, thank you. I mean, I'm an orc, so I feel like the question was warranted. And yes, Roald Cohen, yes, Bulbasaur is number one, both factually and like in the more metaphorical sense. I have a picture of what I would call my Bulbasaur shrine, which hold on, let me just turn around. Murek, how many Bulbasaurs do you think are over there? I have 5 stuffed Bulbasaurs. I have
Probably about 20.
There's probably about like 15 different figurines, and then some other Bulbasaur errata.
Yeah, I definitely
Like from coasters to like patches. Thank you. Yes, Iron Branch. How true. But yeah, no, I just like the design. It's not like that. It's not like Bulbasaur is like an emotional support animal or something for me. I just like the design. I also like the color green. There's a lot of really good Bulbasaur artwork out there, so yeah. Can you fish in lava? I think the answer is no. Yeah, Murag is out. Yeah. Our cat does not like the fact that I have a Bulbasaur shrine and will knock over some of them to get my attention. Instead, he gets my anger. Of course, Bulbasaur isn't an emotional support animal. He's a lettuce. Thank you. I'm glad someone said that. But one of the reasons I bring that up, though, the thing about Bulbasaur, oftentimes in Bulbasaur fan pages and stuff, he's referred to as the cabbage frog. So it made me kind of want to get the Lord of the Frog title, but I don't even know where to start, man. Also, Iron Branch, when you jump like that, it looks like your back's broken. You're doing that kind of twisty jump. Ugh. That just looks painful. Alright, we did fish here. Yeah, oh, you know what? It is time for adventure. It's been too long since an adventure. So, everyone, let's put on some gear. We're going to do some more PvE content. When you're all set, mount up and meet on the shore, I guess? We'll meet over here. Because there's one area in Hyjal I have not searched. I haven't looked in, and I am very curious about it. And I think we have enough people to actually take a look. I haven't been in Zulhatha, which is this area right here. It's full of a bunch of elite trolls.
Oh.
So we actually will need to like be careful and stuff. Yep. Also, Murag did not seem enthused with the prospect of checking out Zulhatha. But there are 6 of us?
I don't think I should Bowfine.
Well, Bowfine is with us emotionally.
We should leave the group and become a party.
You think so? Okay, alright. When we get there, we'll reform. Let's visit the troll family.
We aggro from really far away, and we actually would need, like, all 5 of us.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We have 5.
Yeah.
I advertised high adventure fishing. We do high adventure, we do fishing. That's how it works. We'll gather. We'll stop right about here, and everyone drop out of the group. We'll reform. Let's see what this place is all about. I haven't been in there much. So let's see. Who can tank? Iron Branch, I think I've seen you mostly healing and doing DPS stuff, so that's fine. I will actually, just as a... What? Yeah, they're... I will actually get into my... Yeah, I mean, why not? I'll get into my rogue tank spec. I don't have Flourish, but it will give me a lot more defensive capabilities. Because I'll probably get threat a lot, and it'll make Murag's job a little easier. So let me get my goblin brainwashing device out here. I wonder if it still saved my old spec. It must have, right? Talent Saver. Great add-on if you don't have it, by the way. Talent, so I do TS, load tank 2, I think is what I called it. No, it's TS list them. It doesn't... It doesn't show me TS list, maybe? There it is. Okay, I do have it. So it's tank 2. TS load tank 2. There it is. It's loading. It's loading. What should I change about my gear to help Murag out? I mean, they gotta die, so I'll keep my offensive gear on. So I'll maybe clear out some space. If anyone needs a horde bot, I drop them one here. You can sell. Get rid of any junk you don't need.
We're all horde.
I love when that happens. When everyone's horde. What a blessed day. Not that there's anything wrong with the alliance. Just glad it all worked out. Okay. Well, I got rid of a couple things. I guess do Agi. Agi will actually help me have a lot more avoidance. Hey ho. But if you benefit, well, you have your own Wind Fury, so it's all good. It's all good. All right, let me. Oh, I also have to do my different keybinds because I'm in tank mode. Tank setup. There it is. This is a hemo build. And yeah, there's not much more to it other than I'm going to use agitating poison. So I should be doing better on threat. We'll see what happens. I think compared to everyone else, yeah, I have like 1,000 extra health over everyone else. So is that are we fighting this guy? We're fighting this guy. All right, and I can't use Flourish. That's all I got to remember. Generally, I would say if you want to do stuns will be helpful. You don't have to. I will get my Turtle Wow threat. I'll actually have that to show. We can watch threat, see how I'm doing. Oh. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, I should probably have my trinkets up. There it is. What else could I use, rather? Yeah, this is fine. Alright, let's get this pat. This pat got us. There's going to be another ad. Yeah, right. There it is. Perfect. So I try to use Ghostly Strikes off cooldown. That's part of what I do. I hope that I get parries. Parries are very valuable for me. It used to be easier when I had like a billion flourish, but, you know. Right now, does it show my defensive stats? Yeah, my parry's at 10%, dodges at 42. Respectable. I could probably get that a lot higher. If we hit some hard content, I could maybe change. Murag, just let me know. Okay. Let's, we're just gonna try out these guys. We're gonna see what happens. Murag, can you give me group lead so I can mark? There, I got the other one. No, see, there's a parry. Parry's beautiful. Get that going. I think my keybinds for marking should still work. Yeah, my threat's looking okay. Why can't I move? Oh, I have a net. Oh, I'm checking if this works. Yep, okay, marking still works. Canals is killing themselves. Interesting. Yep. All right. We're gonna. So,
I've got them on focus.
Hold on a second, guys. I have, because I'm in a certain spec, I have improved sap. Zedai, do you have improved sap? Okay. So we're gonna go. We're gonna do that. Don't pull or anything.
How do we kill this troll?
Why are we killing that troll?
Because it was on canals. And they're our friend.
Oh, Canals is our friend. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I was just asking in case you had it. We'll do fine without it. All right, I'm just gonna sap. Give me a second to get my energy back, and then I'm going to pull. Oh, I need to pull with this. Oh, I lost a bunch of time. I'm going to pull them down the old-fashioned way. There we go. Just be careful not to cleave into circle. Someone cleave. Well, that could have been me, too. I popped evasion. Evasion should be up. Oh, I got a mana potion. Great. Murag, has it been tough? What? What?
Mana potion.
All right. There you go. If anyone picks up major mana potions, give them to Murag. Just, you know, healers love that stuff. They can't get enough. Just gonna do sap. Well, okay, that was my bad. I didn't mark. Oh, these guys aren't elite. What's going on? I thought they were all elites in here. Okay. I should be doing this with a bomb swim. I think she has the quest. Alright. So everyone knows what I'm killing. If you kill them too quickly, I can't pickpocket them. Me and Zedai will be poor. You can't have that happen. No, what's this guy doing? Oh, I pulled a guy. Oh, why didn't I pop your... There it is. Beautiful. So with your, with that totem down, yeah, 42.7 dodge is actually pretty good. I'm just killing stuff to kill stuff, guys. If there is actually something that we need to do, like, just let me know, but I'm just having fun. Oh, chain heal. Gotta stop that. When I pop the Ghostly Strike, I get 15 more dodge, which is nice. I think that's pretty much another really defensive thing I do. I do have Riposte, which is great because it makes them not armed. Oh, I just used Flourish out of habit. Oh boy, now I gotta wait 7 minutes. We're doing this one. Oh, I can't break out. If you want to bring that one to me, I can hit it. Okay. As long as you guys figured out what you want to do. Oh, yeah, yeah. What a good druid. I can hold aggro on multiple mobs. I have Thunder Fury. It's actually not that hard. It's just I need to let people know what to focus. Because if you hit something else on pull, I'm not going to be able to hold aggro. Baconator. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Canals need something.
Okay, that's fine. Is there a cliff over here? You guys see this? What? Whoa. Oh, Hyjal. Holy crap. That? I mean, kinda, yeah, Iron. Hold on, wait, do I have the... I'm an engineer, so I do have a parachute. Let me get my parachute cloak out.
You're gonna jump?
Yeah? Okay, I do have a parachute cloak. What? Murag, you have a feather, right?
I have 12 feathers.
Yeah, so...
Yeah,
we don't have summons though. I mean, it's okay, hey ho. I've been streaming for just about 3 hours. It's probably gonna end soon. Nachos, we're just exploring. We're exploring and derping around. Now, here's the problem. I have a parachute cloak, which is great. Also, if this would kill you, don't jump. If you don't want to die. I have a parachute cloak. It only slows my falling speed for 10 seconds. That's it. That's all I got. Oh, fatigue? There's fatigue water out there? Wait. You know what?
uh-oh.
I will wait.
I'm over Fellwood now.
Okay. I'm getting the play-by-play from Murag.
So I can show you where I am.
Okay. How close are you to touching the ground? Hey ho, I strangely respect it. Zadai, what about you? I mean, you probably would die, right? You don't have anything on you. I mean, I'm not gonna glide like they were. I'm gonna drop.
Mr. Bigglesworth following so fast.
Oh,
I can start to see the tops of trees now.
Okay, so it looks like where you land is. I'm getting the play. Oh, you can kind of see. Look at the spread. Look on the map. Here it is. So jumping from here, Murag's out in the front. Looks like she might end up in Aberdeen or this area. Hey ho. Now, Iron Branch, I think canceled something. Is Iron Branch alive? Are they dead? Oh, Iron Branch just jumped. Iron Branch, I respect that, but no amount of the slow fall passive will help us. I'm gonna jump, and then I will activate my parachute cloak when I get close to the ground. That's my plan. I think it's a good spot to end stream, though. We had a lot of fun. We did a lot of adventuring.
I went right on the border right before
I'll end stream when I find out where I land. Oh, there he goes. Zadai. Alright. The pinnacle of adventure is, of course, going into the unknown, and that is literally what we're about to do. You know what? I won't do it with the turtle. I'll do it with the, I'll just run. Here we go. Why don't I run around Noggenfogger? Because I have a parachute cloak. Obviously. Okay. I won't die. Wow, that... Holy crap, that is a large mountain. Okay, we're good. How close am I to the ground? Pop it. Okay. Did I make it? Am I alive? Okay, I still might die, but... Whew! Let's see where everyone landed. Let's check. Hey-ho, all the way out there. Murog landed there. Zadai, I think, is dead, is coming back to their corpse. Wow. That is a ridiculously long drop, though. You guys saw that, right? So if you ever want to do the jump, you go to Zulhatha, right around here, there's like an exit point. There's like a cliff. And if you're like hey-ho and have a billion Noggenfoggers, apparently you're going to land near Aberdeen. Also, careful, hey-ho. There's like... they might just kill you. There's guards and stuff there. Yes, Baconator, it did. It was just hard to gauge how far I was from the ground. That's one of the reasons why I don't really bother with Noggenfogger. Because it's like, if it's that far, then I only need, like, I don't need to glide, you know. I usually don't even take damage from most falls that happens in PvE. But if it does happen and I need it, then I have a parachute cloak. My shaman has Noggenfoggers if I ever need it. But you are a member of the Horde Shaman Elite SEAL team. That's true. You literally paratroopered into Aberdeen. They would not see that coming. I will say that much. I'd like to thank everyone who dropped by for stream today. We'll be wrapping up here. We had a good time fishing in Hyjal. To anyone who was watching that wanted to fish with me but couldn't because it was super high level, next week I promise we'll go to a lower level area so everyone can join. There should be another news episode this coming week. I plan to have it out either on Monday or Tuesday. There'll be plenty of stuff to write about. We have a change log. Outside of that, though, there's not much news to report. I do have the week off. Murog and I will probably be on a lot. We're going to be trying out Vigilante. I say Vigilante. We're doing the Vagrant Challenge. We have a warrior and a shaman. She's playing the shaman. I'm playing the warrior. We'll be playing that. If it's something that feels like it might be entertaining, and Murog's also down, if both those things happen, I might stream some of it. We'll see. But that's kind of what I got going on this week. I'm having some nice time to relax. I have Nax tonight. That should be fun. Just wanted to thank you everyone for hanging out, making these streams fun, going on little adventures. It's literally one of the best reasons to play on this server, is just people willing to kind of just do fun things. Oh, hello, Michael Bolton. Thank you. Love you too. Not the vegan challenge, Baconator. Doing the Vagrant challenge. For anyone who doesn't know, Vagrant Challenge is you level up, but the only restriction is you cannot wear anything that is uncommon. So no green green items or better. And there's a glyph for that now. If you do it, you get a bank pet at the end. But Murag and I wanted to do it, so we'll be doing that a little bit this week, I think. So yes, remember, if you have any questions, you ever want to reach out, if you know me on Discord, you can reach out there, in-game. I also do in-game mail. rogregfishlair@gmail.com. You can send me questions there. I look forward to seeing all of you in-game later. Yes, Baconator will be the homeless run. Thank you to the people that donated through Super Chat. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't done that, do it. You'll see a notification. It'll be cool. But yeah, let me switch back over to my goodbye channel. We'll do that. I think that has its own music. Yes, it does have its own music. Beautiful. All right. So yep, thanks again, everyone. It was a good fishing chat. Lots of adventure. Also, thank you to the GM people that dropped by and helped out. Radio staff people, thank you as well. I'll catch you all next time. Remember to, I might be on some of the radio stuff. I'm trying to do a couple snippets here and there. So, yeah. I'll see you next time, and as always, remember, the deadliest weapon is not